Thank you very much. Okay. Distinguished panelists, friends, I'm extremely happy to be here, and I'm also thankful to the organizers for having invited me to share my views. Today I would like to confine myself to the issues of critical infrastructure security. In the advent of Internet and the World Wide Web and all, privacy and security also came into being. Nations are addressing these issues. And if you see it virtually, virtual universe is being created every day. I don't know, even the God could create physical universe like this. Every day something is coming up. And physical world is somehow controlled by what we call the superpower, and individuals are controlled by religions, and organizations worldwide or international organizations are controlling the nations. But who is going to control this virtual universe which is coming up every day? This is a major issue. There is no organization today which has come up to control this virtual universe. So this is a great threat, because today IT infrastructure is very effectively used to disturb all the physical features, physical universe. So, but there is no one to control that cyber attacks, cyber threats. Now, when everyday developments are taking place, in every nation development is also taking place. And India, if you see today, the amount of network that exists in the private and public domain, very enormous. And this network is being used for everything. Take, for example, power plants, power distribution lines. Everything is also being used along with the cyber network. Now, interdependence today, as it happens in religion and spiritual world, the interdependence is absolutely, is established, and one cannot live without the other. Here also in cyberspace also, this interdependence is increasing every day. Therefore, there is an absolute necessity for both public and private to work together. And especially when the issue of security comes, we have to share information, both public and private. So how do we do it? And where is the organization today? I know that there are organizations in our country which are looking into the security aspect, both cyber security. But there is no exclusive organization to look into the major issues. Now, who will protect the networks being created by the private organizations? Worldwide, we have seen, experience has shown that private business is not investing that much to secure the network, especially critical network. Now, who will identify which are the critical network? There's no organization today. Today, if power distribution is disturbed, it can destabilize the nation to a great extent. Supply chain could be attacked. And more network is being created. When the panchayats are going to be connected with optical fiber network and all, the enormous critical infrastructure that would be created have to be protected. So we need an organization which should have participation from all stakeholders. And we have to identify which are because every network cannot be protected. But we have to identify critical networks. There has to be an organization which should, sitting with all the stakeholders, to identify that, okay, these are the critical networks. At all costs, we have to safeguard these critical networks. We have also the problem. The problem is that, like earthquake, is the disaster management. After a very long time now, an organization has come to take care of the disaster, natural disaster. But what happens here? Disaster takes place. Now there has to be some mechanism to find out the alternative ways to quickly abate the problems that would be created by the destruction or the destabilization of these critical networks. Today there is no act. You see, everyone has got dark fiber. Every organization, whether it is a private network or government or public sector, but there is no act or there is no law to say that in the event of some disaster, some fiber, dark fiber of anyone can be taken over and utilized. Now, how to migrate from one network to another? So all these issues have to be very critically examined and thought of. So what I am trying to tell you is, today the threat is immense. It can destabilize not only individuals, it can destabilize nations. It can disturb critical supply chain. It can disturb infrastructure movements. We need an organization to coordinate, to first identify the critical networks, to bring in all stakeholders to share information and to invest and protect and identify and protect critical infrastructure. We have to have legal mechanism to take care of immediate or when there is a major disaster, to take over certain facilities that exist both in the private and public domain for abating or addressing these issues. So I think over the whole day, these issues would be addressed by the participants, and at the end of it, I am sure some good recommendations would be arrived at and would be useful for the security not only of the individual, for the nation. Thank you very much.